It's time for the Imperial Channel, 11 o'clock news report for this Monday night, October 13th, 2014. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here now, your late night news headlines on this Monday night. Top story at 11 o'clock is Dr. Thomas R. Frieden, the director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, says the CDC is still investigating how a nurse became infected with Ebola in Dallas, Texas. On Monday, U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, Republican of Kentucky, and Democrat opponent Kentucky Senator State asked 11 grams Rears with Bill Goodman before the appearance on Kentucky Tonight Live from Kentucky Educational Television Network. Here, in an image taken from a North Korean newspaper on Tuesday, the county's leader in the country, Kim Jong-un, is seen using a cane while touring a housing complex in Pyongyang. Oil prices sank again on Monday, giving consumers more of a break and causing a split among OPEC leaders about what action should be taken if any to halt the slide. Tony Stark and Steve Rogers may have never got along, but they may not be enemies, but if they're not the Avengers, they probably will be friends. And he embraced a relationship between the Iron Man and Captain America has fueled one of the greatest rivalries. A patient who traveled to Liberia people wearing masks remove the metal barricades that protesters have set up to block off main roads near the heart of the city's financial district in Hong Kong on Monday. Pope Francis attended an assembly of 200 bishops convened to discuss family issues on Monday at the Vatican. Oscar Pistorius will return to court on Tuesday if the second day of sentencing agreements over whether he should be facing prison over facing his girlfriend and killed his girlfriend. Parliament took the historic step to that voted on the law to direct the recognition of Palestinian statehood. Voted 274 to 12 is majority 262 MPs on all sides to government in Britain to recognize the state of Palestine along the state of Israel. In Mexico City, protesters ransacked and burned government offices Monday in Chilpancingo, the capital of Guerrero State, and exposed an outrage on a suspected kidnapping and murder of 43 students by corrupt local police. Victims of clergy sexually abuse stood next to Catholic church leaders in Minnesota on Monday to announce a settlement to a novel lawsuit that includes new measures to keep children safe. In San Francisco, a Dallas-bound American Airlines flight that departed from San Francisco International Airport turned around and made an emergency landing Monday at SFR after some of the cabin's wall panels came loose, aviation airline officials said. Abigail Johnson is continuing to farm Anderson Johnson III as Fidelity Investments chief. A Fiat Chrysler on wheels matter raised about the past at the New York Stock Exchange on Monday. Brad Alpha Romeo 4C shares of Fiat Chrysler on wheels and jumped as the market opened on Monday, but fell later in the morning after making it. You may soon be on Google search rate for immediate access to professional medical advice. The search engine giant says it tests a new feature that urges people Googling illnesses or symptoms to jump on a video call with a medical professional. French telecommunications company Iliad has dropped its bid file majority stake in T-Mobile US after the approved offer was rejected by the US. Nearly 100,000 images and videos from Snapchat were released on the internet, but anyone seeing the subject images being subject to pornography charges. Abby and Ekman encountered a demon as his very own enchanted born flute, and he used it to play Peter and Wolf. Fear alert! Iggy Azalea blasted Snoop Dogg on Twitter on Monday after the rapper made fun of her recent makeup-free photos. Sky McCall producer's cause death was been revealed. E! News confirms that officials have ruled the 21-year-old who was the best known for the world as Mel Gibson's youngest daughter in the 2000 film The Patriot died of an accidental overdose. Mysterious robot spaceplane will return to Earth this week after 2 years secret mission, and Science Recorder Pro said. British Isles are warmer in invasion like it has seen since the Normandy's touchdown in 1066, but this new one is more troublesome. In Washington, just as the economies have begun to recover from the man-made war of corpses of war, the West African nations Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone have been knocked down by terrifying force of nature, Ebola virus. Imagine crews and protective gear moved 5 passengers with flu-like symptoms from a commercial airliner at arrived at Boston's Logan Airport from Dubai from Emirates Airlines. And the 5 passengers were not diagnosed with the Ebola or the MRSA symptoms as they were taken to the hospital for evaluation and they were free to go. Boston public health officials are trying to camp down in Ebola concerns, saying there are no cases currently. And health officials in Boston on Monday held a briefing to discuss citywide plans for dealing with Ebola. One of the two young children is a critical condition after yesterday's Batsias accident in Nashville, New Hampshire. PHL News Times 11:05, and take a look at traffic that shows smooth sailing highways, byways in New England there. So, smooth sailing commit on this late Monday night here. Take a look at incident alerts here. Wilbraham police have called up a pursuit wanted out of Belchertown for possible OUI. Munson and Palmer police are also involved in the search for the car. As Belchertown police are confirmed that the person is not wanted, but there is a fear that the subject is harming themselves. Car has been located in Munson. Subject still not found. A final update. Police have located the subject safe. In Chaplain, Maine, first alarm fire 248 times Farm Road, and CMD requested more MA responsible for anti-fire spread in the woods and 1 quarter acre intended. It wouldn't have brought, but there was a missing person at 1072 Burnt Hill Road. Vermont State Police and Fire Department search area for a missing hunter, NFI AT&T. Haverhill, Massachusetts at 27 Vine Street. COs have light smoke shown from the eaves. Lowell, Massachusetts robbery at 438 Bridge Street. Female robbed her person, car keys by a black male in a dark sweatshirt last seen running down West 4th Street. PHL News Time is now 11:06 and time now for a local weather report here. Our current conditions here in North Massachusetts. 61 degrees on temperature, overcast skies, humidity at 78%, wind speed is calm, barometer 3.28 inches, 2.54 degrees, and visibility of 10 miles. Current conditions around the region here, it is 50. Right now, here at 10 o'clock reports, now 11 o'clock, 60 degrees at temperature right now in Boston and Pittsburgh, 59 in Bedford and Beverly, 58 in Gloucester, 57 in Haverhill, 56 in Worcester and Sturbridge, 59 in Webster, 60 in Milford, 69 in Norwood, 61 in Taunton, 61 in New Bedford and Plymouth, and in Falmouth and Marford, 52 and 61 in Provincetown, 60 out of Cape Cod Bay, 57 in Chatham, 58 in Nantucket, 63 in Block Island, 64 in Westerly, 59 in Smithfield, 63 in New York, 62 in Islip, and 64 in Montauk, 63 in Bridgeport and Waven, 59 in Denver, 57 in Waterbury, 60 in Meriden and in Hartford, 57 in Springfield, 53 out in Amherst, 54 in Greenfield, 56 in Garner, 56 in Pittsfield, 57 in Northampton, 59 in Albany, New York, 59 in Bennington, Vermont, it's 55 in Jeffrey, New Hampshire, and Key, New Hampshire, Brattleboro, Vermont, it's 58 out in Nashua, 56 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 57 in Concord, New Hampshire, and 59 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, 60 up in Portland, Maine. Here, current conditions around the region here, around the nation, in the 11th hour, it shows a cold front from stretching down from Mexico and stretching down the Texas Gulf Coast and stretching Louisiana, Mississippi, down from western Tennessee and Kentucky, and pink front down from Missouri, and a cold front from north central Texas down from eastern Oklahoma down from western Missouri, and a warm front from southern Iowa down from northern Illinois, down from central Michigan and down from Ohio, and a station front meandering down from West Virginia, stretching down from the Carolinas, down from Georgia, and down from Virginia, and out to sea. Here, our front of mine from Ontario up to Quebec, front of mine from north central Iowa, down from Wisconsin up to Ontario, and a cold station front from Saskatchewan, stretching out of Manitoba, and a cold front from central Manitoba, stretching out of northwest Ontario, and a cold front off Oregon, Washington coastline, pink front down from British Columbia, and a front of mine from Alberta down from Montana. 66 degrees at temperature right now in Pittsburgh, 67 in Washington, D.C., 77 in Atlanta, 82 in Miami, 80 in Brownsville, Texas, 64 in Dallas, Texas, 53 in Kansas City, 56 in Omaha, Nebraska, 67 in Chicago, 69 in Detroit, 55 out in Great Falls, Montana, 53 in Minneapolis, 67 out in Seattle, 73 in San Francisco, 69 in Los Angeles, 76 in Las Vegas, 57 out in Salt Lake City, Utah, 51 in Denver, 84 in Phoenix, and 62 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here, take a look at radar situation here, and spotty rain showers went west central New York around Rochester, stretching in the northeastern and eastern portion of Ontario. Spotty rain showers in western and central portions of Quebec. Here, and this is spotty rain showers off the Florida Gulf Coast from off front miles down near Tampa area here. And this could be our rain system here. Lines of showers and storms Some of them survey from the Gulf states, stretching western Kentucky, Tennessee, down for Indiana, down for western Michigan, and down for Wisconsin, down for UP and Michigan, and down for southeastern Minnesota, Iowa, down for western Missouri, and down for northeastern Oklahoma here, as there were tornado watches stretching from south of Chicago down for the Gulf states. So this is a front this is going to be warm air, and this is going to be our front that's going to be here on Thursday here. Meanwhile, a lot of rain showers from western Washington, Oregon up into southern British Columbia. Rain and sleet showers from British coming up to northwestern Alberta here. Spotty rain showers in southwestern Ontario and up in central portions of Manitoba here. Rain showers on the northeastern portion of Mexico here. Take a look at satellite picture here, and it shows a lot of clouds coming from the Great Lakes and stretching down to Kentucky, Tennessee, down the Gulf states, and then stretching down the upper middle Mississippi Valley, down the Plain states here, and a lot of clouds coming from Oregon, Washington, Northern Idaho, Montana, up in the British, coming to the Alberta, coming to a bunch of Northern California here. Okay, let's take a look at what is going on in the tropics here. Okay. Faye has disappeared. Gazelle is now 85 miles an hour with a movement northwest by 12 miles per settled location 18.7 to the north, 63.4 to the west. And it's going to be a stretch into it and probably a 3 before stretching back to 2 into the 1 there. Or maybe the borderline 2 here. As Gazelle continues to straighten and expect to pass the northeast of the Virgin Islands in view of 9 hours here. As the governor of St. Martin has been placed on hurricane warning for St. Martin with a tropical storm warning and a hurricane watch for Puerto Rico, Cabera, Vieques, and St. Croix has been discontinued. The governor of Antigua and Barbuda that has discontinued the tropical storm warning for Antigua, Barbuda, Montserrat, St. Kitts, and Nevis. The governor of the Netherlands and Antilles has discontinued the tropical storm warning for Saba and St. Eustatius. Somebody watching the warning's effect. A hurricane warning's effect for British Virgin Islands, St. Martin and Anguilla. A hurricane watches effect for St. Thomas and St. John's and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and Trump's warning is effect for St. Martin, St. Martin, Puerto Rico, Vieques, and Cabera. And U.S. Virgin Islands, the hurricane warning that means that the hurricane conditions are expected somewhere within the water there. A hurricane watch means that hurricane conditions possible within the water area, and Trump's warning means that Trump's conditions are expected somewhere within the water area. For storm information signature, area of the United States including possible watches and warnings and please monitor product issued by local national weather service forecast outputs for storm information specific to your area outside that. United States please monitor products issued by local national meteorological service. At 11 p.m. at 11 time 3 UTC, the Hurricane Gonzalo was located by a double radar imagery near latitude 18.7 to the north, longitude 63.4 to the west. Gonzalo's moving toward the northwest near 12 miles per 19 kilometers an hour. This is general motion expected to continue early Wednesday and turn toward the northwest is forecast by late Wednesday on forecast track. The Southern Gonzalo will pass just northeast of the Virgin Islands overnight tonight and will move into the northern Puerto Rico on Tuesday. Maximum wind have increased to 85 miles per 140 kilometers an hour with higher gusts and additional strengthening is forecast threatened for next 4 hours. And Gonzalo could become a major hurricane by Wednesday and hurricane force wind extends up to 25 miles per 35 kilometers an hour from the center. And Tuscaloosa force winds extend outwards up to 105 miles on 165 kilometers an hour. Estimated minimum center pressure 94 millibars or 29.06 inches. The hurricane conditions will continue to spread fast the hurricane water area tonight and early Tuesday as hurricane conditions are possible with the hurricane watch area. Tonight and early Tuesday as tropical storm conditions are expected to spread fat portions of the tropical storm water area tonight and early Tuesday. Rainfall. Gonzalo expected minutes total rainfall. Accumulation reported 8 inches last night, maximum amounts of 12 inches possible across the Leeward Islands and the British and U.S. Virgin Islands. Gonzalo expected minutes total rainfall. Accumulation of 3 to 5 inches across Puerto Rico with a maximum total of 8 inches possible. Subsurge and dangerous storm surge waves water levels by as much as 1 to 3 feet off of normal the tide levels in Arizona flood in the hurricane water area and swells drained by. Gonzalo will be affected over Leeward Islands and the Virgin Islands and the northern coast of Puerto Rico overnight tonight and early Tuesday. The swells are likely to cause life threatening surfing with current conditions. Please consult. Okay, let's take a look at disturbance number 1. Here, a broad area of low pressure looking at about 12 miles east of the lesser Antilles continues to produce a larger disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Strong upper-level winds are affecting the system of forecast concentration further during the next few days, and development are locally there's a tropical cyclone is unlikely formation chance for us. Low 10% formation chance Fridays. Low 10% here. Okay, take a look at the surface number 1. Clouds and a few showers are associated with a broad area of low pressure located about 150 miles south of the coast of Guatemala. Environmental conditions are expected to be conductive for gradual development into the system during the next 7 days while the low moves up, low west northwestward. A northwestward information chance for us. Low near 0% information chance Fridays. Medium 30%. For the Central North Pacific, the Central Pacific Hurricane Center in Honolulu, Hawaii has issued advisories and tropical depression Tuesday located about 950 miles east southeast of Honolulu, Hawaii under AWIPS 100 TCPCP 5 and WMO 100 WTPA 35 PHFO. Elsewhere, those tropical cyclones are expected for Wednesday afternoon. Here. The remnants of Vong Fong now low with surface pressure north 39.00, east 143.00. Direction and speed of movement northeast 75 kilometers at H40 knots and surface pressure 90 HPA. Okay, let's take a look at our forecast discussion for today. In the over 9 hours here, latest forecast discussion around the country. The severe weather winds will slowly move eastward. Over the next couple of days, with a slight wind over the southeast on Tuesday and a diminishing chance along the east coast on Wednesday, and a slow moving storm system will begin. To bring an increase in chance for heavy rains, especially across the upper Great Lakes or lower Mississippi Valley and across the Appalachians. A wet onshore flow will bring some significant rainfall to the Pacific Northwest coast with 2 to 3 inch amounts are possible from northward California to western Washington. A larger slow moving storm system will affect the eastern half of the U.S. throughout Thursday. Its main impact will be widespread rainfall, some severe weather, with mild temperatures giving way to cool temperatures but no extremes in the temperatures expected during this period. Low pressure will be moving northeastward across the Mississippi Valley toward the Midwest by Tuesday, while slow moving cold front moves eastward, reaching the east coast by Wednesday. When the greatest severe weather threat is likely today, there will be a still risk of severe thunderstorms, flash flooded, and isolated tornado across the southeast with lesser chances across the Tennessee and Ohio valleys on Tuesday. A modest risk will exist along the east coast on Wednesday, but then the predicted threat will be rain to rainfall. Heaviest rains that are greater than 2 inches are possible across the upper Midwest and southeast of the partial Appalachians, and cold weather will fall behind the cold front with some instability showers remaining in clear across the Midwest, Ohio, and Tennessee valleys and Appalachians by Wednesday. An active weather pattern is expected to start moving into the Pacific Northwest tonight with subsequent impulses of Pacific moisture coming ashore. Over the next few days, and the rainfall amounts along the immediate coastline could be 3 inches or greater over the next few days from Northern California, Western Oregon, and Washington. Snow levels start to come down with the Cascades seeing the greatest likelihood of snow during the period after frost set out of Colorado. A significant warmer trend will be expected in the next few days. Here. Take a look at focus. And here in the region, here, high pressure stalls over the western Atlantic, but the middle of the week with conditions become warmer buggy as widespread rain will abandon the area of thunderstorms are possible thunderstorms. Impact region around late Thursday, and conditions improve briefly prior to a never round of showers, which be the cooler and drier. Conditions filter across the region over the weekend. At 9:35 p.m. update, lower clouds expanded across the region with areas of stratus and fog across southeast New York and New Jersey. Expect stratus and development across southern New England overnight and could see a few light showers developing and warm air. Of extra pattern in the west, but it was more likely that any precipitation will be in the form of drizzle. Any change the current forecast was add drizzle to western zones. Here. Alright, let's take a look at a weather notes here. It'll be warm air coming tomorrow, stormy weather on Thursday, and a cooler weekend. A water temperature 58 degrees. Dew points currently in the 50s and clouds will build in air tomorrow morning here. As we're going to have warmer, more humid air is headed for New England temperatures to top at around 70 on Tuesday and in the mid 70s on Wednesday. Humidity also be climate dew points will be around 60 on Tuesday and 60 and 65 on Wednesday. While its humidity will not be oppressive, it will be noticeable. Okay, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. It goes like this here. Overnight, patch back after 5 a.m. Otherwise, clouds got north out 55 degrees, a light south wind. Tuesday, clouds got the ground become a mostly sunny skies have about 70 degrees. Light south wind increase to 5 to 9 miles per hour in the morning. Tuesday, increasing clouds with a low around 6 degrees, south wind about 3 to 6 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly clouds got have about 67 degrees, and light south wind increase to 6 to 11 miles per hour in the morning. Wednesday, kicked outside 21 miles per hour. Wednesday night, chance to showers after 2 a.m. Punch bug after 3 a.m. wise. Mostly clouds got low about 62 degrees, south wind about 6 miles per hour. Chance to 30%. Thursday, showers after then, showers and possibly a thunderstorm after 11 a.m. Some storms can produce heavy rain in Punch bug before 9 a.m. wise. High near 71 degrees and chance is 8%. Friday night, showers and possibly a thunderstorm before 1 a.m. and showers likely plus thunderstorms produce heavy rain. Patch fog after 10 p.m. wise. Lower at 57 degrees and transpiration is 9%. Friday, chance of showers, punch fog before 9 a.m. wise. Most of the sky about 69 degrees and transpiration is 40%. Friday night, punch fog after 1 a.m. wise. Part clouds got low about 52 degrees and Saturday, punch fog before 9 a.m. wise. Most of the sky about 68 degrees. Sunday night, part clouds got low about 47 degrees. Sunday, most of the sky about 62 degrees. Sunday night, part clouds got low about 41 degrees. For Monday, most of the sky about 59 degrees. Here's what a phrase of the night. A warm but a muggy stretch on tap here. Peter Chell News Time 11:21. Time to half of sports news here, and the Boston Bruins, after winning the first game, which is a home opener against the Flyers with a 2-1 victory, they tend to have an early loser streak and an early side, but they're going to get through it as the Bruins now have lost 3 games in a row. But this one is heartbreaker at the buzzer, as the Boston Bruins and the Colorado Avalanche have played a great game, hockey game with Colorado Avalanche got on the board on a Jamie McGinn goal first at 3:20 to make it 1-0 in favor of the Avalanche. But then Noah Eriksson tied on the power play goal at 7:50 to make it 1-1 in favor of the Bruins and the Avalanche at time. And these teams kept on battling with great heart and great will, and the Bruins played much better. But with time winding down in the third period, Daniel Briere gets the game-winning goal with 4/10 of the second left, as he gets the 300th goal of his career, as the Boston Bruins get stunned by the Avalanche at the buzzer. 2-1 is now. They fall to 1-3 this season. Next up, the Boston Bruins, they will be out in Motown for a return trip to Joe Louis Arena and take on the Detroit Red Wings on Wednesday night. Okay, other scores around the NHL here. It is Anaheim 5, Buffalo 1, Ottawa, Blake and Florida 1-0, and Tampa Bay 7, Montreal 1. That 2014 game number 3 of the ALCS between the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles got called off due to a severe weather in the Kansas City area. So Major League Baseball made a good decision of calling off Game 3 until tomorrow, because you don't want to be watching a game at the stadium, at Coffin Stadium, in that severe weather and rain. So it's a wise move by the Major League Baseball to move the game to Tuesday at 8 o'clock. And the San Francisco Giants and St. Louis Cardinals will square off in game number 1 in the NLCS tomorrow afternoon in San Francisco at 4 p.m. our time tomorrow, which is 1 p.m. their time in San Francisco. On Monday Night Football out in St. Louis, the St. Louis San Francisco played each other in the football field, which means the Rams and 49ers and Edward Jones Doe here. And the St. Louis Rams opened up a 14-0 lead here on a pair of touchdowns first. Benny Cunningham 1-yard run to make it 7-0 in favor of the Rams. And then Lance Kendricks at 22-yard pass from Austin Davis to make it 14-0 in favor of the Rams. But then in the second quarter, Phil Dawson 54-yard field goal drive to make it 14-3 Rams. And then Brandon Lloyd 80-yard pass from Colin Kaepernick, and the Phil Dawson kick is good as a Niners trailed the Rams 14-10 halftime break. And then Anquan Bolden 11-yard pass from Colin Kaepernick to make it 17-14 in favor of the 49ers. And then Michael Crabtree 32-yard pass from Colin Kaepernick as the 49ers out, leading the St. Louis Rams 24-14 with 2:39 left in the fourth quarter here. Added St. Louis has Colin Kaepernick pass for 22 for 36 for 343 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Austin Davis 17 for 33 for 199 yards and 1 touchdown here. Take a look at Fox News here. The St. Louis Cardinals, whose season appeared to be on the brink just 24 hours earlier, joked the laugh at the workout Monday afternoon at AT&T Park in San Francisco, looking as if they didn't have a care in the world. The New England Patriots got a double dose of bad news as that win in Buffalo proves to be costly for Stephen Ridley, the leading rusher, and the top tackle linebacker Jared Mayer for the rest of the season because of right knee injuries, NFL said. Both Georgia fans and players have been incredibly supportive of star running back Todd Gurley, but was indefinitely suspended from combination as a result of an investigation whether or not he has received extra benefits for signing autographs. San Francisco 49ers linebacker Patrick Wills, who left the game at St. Louis with a toe injury in street clothes during the fourth quarter, with a wounded left foot. Racing for Michael Schumacher has been in the middle-induced coma since December. As some of GoPro fell 9.9% on Monday, inspectors said 1 minute helmet match the cameras worn by race legend Michael Schumacher worsened skier's injury. When Brett is signed with the Buffalo Bills during free agency, he made it clear that he expected to beat the New England Patriots twice this season. Noted that it will feel like Christmas time feet to trust, but he commented after he lost to the Patriots 37-22. Florida State head coach Jimbo Fisher said Jameis Winston has committed no crime and is adamant that the quarterback will not miss a game this season because of sexual assault investigation. The New York Jets have all been beaten badly before and they've seen injuries, but there's no doubt it hurts more when it's happening at the same time as Victor Cruz, the New York Jets, out for the season. San Francisco, after during his worst season in 2012, Tim Lincoln became the San Francisco Giants' secret weapon in March. Toronto Wells was gone along with 13 innings of 17 strikeouts as a reliever with 1 run ball. Chip Hale was named Arizona manager Monday. Talks with A's manager Bob Melvin as Chip Hale was named Arizona manager on Monday. And Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Pearson left. Talks to the Butler body. The trajectory leaves the Lee J. Albert building on Wednesday as Montgomery County DA office cites close relationship between Judge and Adrian Peterson. And take a look at NBA. Preseason ball. Charlotte Hornets edge out Atlanta Magic 99-97. Toronto 81. New York Knicks up to 76. Chicago 110. Denver 90. Houston 95. Phoenix 92. And Utah 102. Los Angeles Clippers 89. That can be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this Monday night, October 13, 2014. PJ was here. But good night with a good positive. We see you tomorrow morning. Good night.